Good Vibes Show fans? Welcome to episode 2 of season 12 of the Good Vibes Show by me, Jerry Hoy, part of the Special Chronicles Network. Hope you caught the season 12 premiere of the Good Vibes Show, as well as caught up on seasons 1 through 11, as well as the recap specials for those seasons, and my special, the Road to 2022 Special Olympics USA Games, recapping my whole experience, training up to, and the results of USA Games. So, as you know from episode 1 of this season, of season 12, is focusing around the theme of stemming. So I'm going to talk about in various forms which stemming deserve some forms of stemmings, because there's a ton of them, first and foremost, that need a lot of appreciation, support, of positive uplifting vibes. So I'm going to focus on some of the ones I personally do first, and then I'm going to go into other ones. So the first one I'm going to talk about is tapping my feet. So tapping, which is actually what deserves a lot of appreciation, support, of positive uplifting vibes, is people do tap, and actually I see quite a few people do it. I do it myself, predominantly more with my right foot than my left, because I think my right foot's just able to naturally do it. I've tried with my left, it's a little bit harder with my left, but I've seen a lot of people do it as well. It's just a very unique stemming. I've seen it's probably like one of the more common ones out there, along with rocking and all those others. But for me, it's a way for me to self-regulate myself, but it's also sort of might represent I'm impatient or something. I think I'm looking at more in my perspective. It just allows me to calm myself down, but allows me to focus as well. So it may vary from each person how they do it and such. I think just the tapping of your foot or tapping of maybe pins or something on there as well. There are a lot of things going on as well. I think as you look at it from the view of tapping, it's very difficult and such to work with. And I think some people are annoyed with it, especially if you're at a meeting table and you're tapping a ton, it drives people nuts. Or tapping on a couch. It's just one of those things. And I think people don't take the opportunity to understand why people do it. And like this is actually going to be referred to all forms of stemming why people do it. And I think like I said, tapping for me is like a way to focus, to self-regulate, and to maybe just get some energy out versus just trying to walk around or something in a meeting. Or say, when I'm at work, I tap my foot to sort of help me focus, or tap it on the airplane, or tap it in the car. I try to tap it in various ways to keep us up. But tapping isn't restricted to the hands. It's also restricted to the feet. My apologies. It's also in the hands as well. You could do it like this as well. You could do it with a pen, like sort of doing like that. And there's various ways of doing it. And it's just a unique way of how we just have to regulate ourselves. I think people take it for granted that they find it annoying, but they have to understand a lot of people do it just to self-regulate and such. And I think it's more unique as we look at it in that format of how we do things. And I think it's very prolific to say that, hey, tapping is a stemming behavior, and people have to respect it, even though it may bug them. They have to understand like it's a way for someone to relax themselves, to keep themselves focused and everything. So like I said, this whole season is about stemming, and I think just focusing on various forms of stemming is not an easy thing. And honestly, right now, I'm actually tapping with my right foot. So it's kind of funny I'm doing this while trying to talk to you guys. And it sort of shows that I'm actually trying to focus while doing this, because sometimes I can get distracted or go on tangents, and this is sort of my form of trying to focus and help with it. So I just want to take the time for everyone to say, hey, if you know someone who does a tapping stemming, take a notice and say, hey, this is who you are, and like I accept you for who you are with doing it. So I think we just have to remember, folks, that one, tapping is just a normal one of those stemmings that a lot of people do. It's, like I said, it's feet, hands, with a pen, clicking a pen. I think that may be a form of tapping. I'm not sure. I could double check if that's actually considered clicking. It may actually be an actual stemming, own separate stemming method of itself. But pretty sure if you're tapping your hands like this, with something in your hand or something, yeah, it's like that. And I think we just have to take the opportunity to realize that they're just trying to focus, self-regulate, and everything. So I just remind you folks that, hey, stemming is amazing, and it's normally human. It's perfectly human, guys. So anyway, here's our great sponsor from our great sponsor, the Special Chronicles Network. The Give Back Show is proud to be featured on the Special Chronicles Network. Visit specialchronicles.com for links to follow on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, now known as X. Be sure to also subscribe to the newsletter and find the podcast page for this podcast, The Good Vibes Show by me, Jerry Holy. If you love The Good Vibes Show, then you love the our podcast of the Special Chronicles Network. Visit specialchronicles.com for links to subscribe to our podcast, newsletter, and to follow on social media. And to support the podcast on the Special Chronicles Network, so we can continue our mission of giving respect and voice to people with special talents and abilities. Visit specialchronicles.com/give to make a gift today. And folks, remember you can always support me with my artist thing on Rebel, Jerry M. Holy. You can look up there. 97 Designs, still working on getting those new statement designs done, obviously. And you can also follow the Good Vibes Show on Instagram at GoodVibesByJH. Follow at Facebook.com/GoodVibesByJH, which is also how you follow on YouTube. YouTube.com/GoodVibesByJH. Also, subscribe to the Good Vibes Show by me, Jerry Holy, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Last time I actually took a look when I was posting the Season 11 recap books, I was almost at 1,300 listens. Like, hey, I'll take that. So I just want to remind you guys, hey, this season's going to be a good one. It may seem like it's talking about neurodistinctive behaviors, but actually reality is everyone stems, and it's perfectly human, folks. So until next time, I'll see you for episode 3, folks. And then, till then, have a wonderful week. Peace out. Boop, blah, and have a great week, folks. And I'll see you next time for episode 3 of season 12, folks. Bye, everyone.